NBA history is rich with its fierce players, intense matches, and unmatched records. In this video, we will be taking a look at NBA players with unbreakable records. Watch out for the player who alone has 3 records. Let's start, shall we? 1. Skiles 30 assists in a game. In addition to serving as Penny Hardaway's predecessor in Orlando and dishing out an NBA record of 30 assists in a game, Skiles was a journeyman point guard. Skiles surpassed Kevin Porter's 12-year record for assists on December 30th, 1990, by 1 assist. In a victory over Denver, the Magic scored a team-high 155 points, with the majority of the offense coming from Skiles. It wasn't like Skiles was seeking to overtake first, second, and third, because he also scored 22 points during the game. His 30 assists were 2 more than all of the other players had in the game. Both Denver and the other Magic players had 28 assists combined, 14 assists for each side. Isn't that impressive? 2. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 48.5 minutes per game. Knowing that an NBA game lasts 48 minutes, you already know that Wilt Chamberlain participated in every minute of the 1961-1962 season, including overtime, almost every minute. After getting dismissed from a game, Chamberlain lost 8 minutes, yet he still participated in 99.8% of the team's playing time. As a well-known stat chaser, Chamberlain was interested in this record, and he succeeded. The last time someone averaged more than 40 minutes per game was Monta Ellis in the 2010-11 season, who averaged 40.3. Chamberlain currently holds the top 7 positions in NBA history for most minutes played per game. 3. Bowdler, 7 personal fouls in a game. Due to Bowdler's absurd 7 personal foul total in his 5th NBA game, this record may have lost someone their job. Yes, in the NBA, a player is ejected after 6 fouls, but in Bowdler's game, the scorekeeper continuously undercounted his fouls. He only realized Bowdler got his 6th foul after the game was done, at which point he continued to play until he fouled out again on his 7th. For what it's worth, Bowdler used his 6th for 2 minutes before switching to his 7th, during which time no stats were recorded. 4. Bill Russell, 11 NBA championships. 1 as a player. Yogi Berra holds the record for the most World Series rings among MLB players with 10 championships. Tom Brady had 6 Super Bowl victories in the NFL, making him the player with the most Super Bowl wins. Bill Russell, however, surpasses both of them with 11 NBA titles in his 13 NBA seasons with the Boston Celtics. In the 1950s and 1960s, the NBA's landscape significantly changed, which benefited Russell and the Celtics. Up until the 1965-1966 season, when 3 series were required, teams just needed to win 2 series to claim the championship. This record is unbreakable due to the changing playoff system, increased parity, players transferring teams over their careers, and other factors. Only Robert Horry has won 7 NBA Finals, giving him the most rings of any player who wasn't a member of the Celtics dynasty. 5. Klay Thompson, 37 points in a quarter. The record for the most points scored in a quarter went from 31, which was held by Wilt Chamberlain in 1962, to 32, held by David Thompson in 1978, to 33, held by George Gervin in 1978 and Carmelo Anthony in 2008 over the years. However, Klay Thompson simply kicked open the door and outran everyone. On January 23, 2015, Thompson scored 37 of the team's 41 points in the 3rd quarter of the Golden State Warriors' 126-101 victory over the Sacramento Kings on a flawless 13-for-13 shooting performance. Thompson took the final 7 shots of the quarter and 11 of the final 12, and his Warriors teammates felt they should just abandon their strategy and feed him. He also knocked down 9 3-pointers during that quarter, that's also a record by the way, and ended the game with 52 points. 6. Bubba Wells, fastest disqualification, due to fouls, 2 minutes 43 seconds. In his whole NBA career, Bubba Wells played 39 games, but one of those 39 games made him famous. Wells was told by Mavericks coach Don Nelson to effectively use the hack-a-shack tactic on Dennis Rodman of the Bulls and foul him whenever he had the chance. Wells had only played for 2 minutes and 43 seconds when he committed his 6th foul, ending his game. The Mavs' strategy failed as well because Rodman, a free throw shooter with a 58% success rate, knocked 9 out of 12 attempts. Wells didn't foul out in any of his other 38 career games, and that shooting tied a record for Rodman for the most free throws he ever made in a game. 7. John Stockton, most career assists. The NBA's all-time leader in career assists, 15,806, and steals, 3,264, is John Stockton. while Jason Kidd, who holds the record for 12,091 assists, is in second place. For 9 years in a row, Stockton was the league leader in both overall assists and assists per game. He also holds the top 4 single-season assist records. And nowadays, offenses are run differently than they were back when Stockton played. Instead of having a single ball handler dominate the game, there are several ball handlers on each team. A notable exception is James Harden, but his highest assist season was 907, while Stockton had 9 seasons with more assists than that. 8. Michael Jordan, 30.1 points per game. Michael Jordan's legacy in basketball is marked by his extraordinary scoring prowess, holding the record for the most NBA scoring titles with an impressive 10 accolades. He dominated the league, leading in points per game for an unprecedented 7 consecutive seasons, before briefly stepping away from basketball to pursue a career in baseball. Upon his triumphant return, Jordan added 3 more consecutive scoring titles to his illustrious resume. Averaging an outstanding 30.1 points per game, Jordan's scoring abilities are unparalleled and remain unmatched. Among active players, the current leader in points per game is Kevin Durant, boasting an impressive average of 27.18 points. However, Jordan's scoring legacy stands as a testament to his unparalleled skill and enduring impact on the game. 9. Wilt Chamberlain, most career rebounds. The Hall of Famer and basketball star Wilt Chamberlain. In addition to his 72 NBA records, Chamberlain also holds a record for the most career rebounds, which cannot be beaten. When his NBA career came to an end, he had a total of 23,924 rebounds, which means he averaged a staggering 22.9 rebounds per game. Wilt Chamberlain had quick hands and a long reach, which helped him grab as many rebounds as he could during a game. The ability to rebound at Wilt's level is definitely beyond the capabilities of any athlete. Bill Russell, who has 21,620 total career rebounds, is the guy right behind Chamberlain in that category. Only Dwight Howard is competing in this race currently. With 12,407 career rebounds, he is ranked 19th overall. Last but not least, and for the 3rd time on our list today, we have 10. Wilt Chamberlain, most points in a single game. Wilt Chamberlain seems to have records in every NBA category. The largest contribution a player can make to his team is by leading the team in scoring, and Wilt did that countless times. When Chamberlain scored 100 points in a single game against the New York Knicks on March 2, 1962, it changed the course of basketball, or you could say the entire sporting world. To score 100 points in today's games, one must combine the points of at least 3 other players on their team during a game, not just one. No one has ever reached up to his mark. Kobe Bryant was number 2 in scoring the most points in a single game with 81 points. Chamberlain scored 100 points in a game by making 36 of 63 field goal attempts. 28 free throws were made, 28 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 personal fouls on that particular night. For Wilt and the Philadelphia Warriors, that was a long and historic night. Nonetheless, it was a difficult one for the New York Knicks. That game ended with a score of 169-147 in favor of the Philadelphia Warriors, with Chamberlain scoring more than half of those points. Wow, and that concludes today's video, which I hope you found interesting and mind-blowing. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel down below. To ensure that you never miss an upload, tap the bell icon, comment down all your opinions and feedback, and I'll see you all again in the next one.